6 months ago, we received a heartbreaking news about the bullying case in a certain high schools in Serpong, Indonesia. The victim has felt or has been caused a severe physical and mental harms. Every year, a bullying case always happens in the education system of nowadays. Hundreds and even thousands of students has fallen victim to these bullying cases, filling their life with full of fears and anxiety with each step on their own school, hoping for the bullies to come from them and bully them once more, making them suffer once again. We want this case to stop immediately. We want this case to stop by expelling the bullies. And we believe that by expelling the bullies will be the most optimal solutions here for the school, as we value the victim as a living being, and it is the school obligation to protect the students, which is why we are very proud to support these motions. We have to set the context of today's debate will be school for worldwide, so it doesn't limit to any school in a certain regions. No, we will deliberately include every schools in the world. And to define bullying in today's debate, we like to define bullying as a physical or mental oppression that causes a serious harm, whether it is, for example, a depression, PTSD, or bruises, bumps, fractures, and concussions to the victims. So it is a type of oppressions that causes a serious harm from the victims itself. And moving on into our framing, in our new world, first, we wanted that every bullies to be expelled, so we can protect the victims here that had been affected or still been affected by the bullies as soon as possible. And second of all, we want that every bully punishment should be measured accordingly, because we want the school to measure how severe is the bully expulsion, whether it is a semester, a year, or 2 years, based on how severe the bully has committed the bullying. And for the third of all, in our new world, we wanted to make the school punishment even more severe, like expulsion, because we believe that the current school punishment that has been common, like a suspension, a counseling, a calling parents, are deemed ineffective or can even backfire for the school itself. And school, we believe, also must be more strict in giving the students expulsion, so that they can give more remorse or warning to the other bullies in the school. Moving on to our first and very important argument is about why expelling a bully is a good thing for the schools. We have to emphasize on the victim protection here. Victims are the most important aspect in our today's debate and in the bullying itself, because the victims are the ones hurt here, and arguably victim is also the one that caused the bullying itself. It is the main core of the bullying, which is why we need to focus on the aspect. The victim are the one that hurt here, they are the one who suffer, and we are also the one that we need to care even more. We can protect the victim by expelling the bully, and the victim doesn't have to be oppressed the bully anymore if the bully are already expelled, because the victim will feel relieved that the bully is gone, because the bully have no contact with him. The victim will feel relaxed even more, and their grades will not get worse. And moreover, it is the school obligation to protect their students by expelling the bully students, because by expelling the bully students, the school will fulfill its moral obligation in protecting the students, especially the victim or the potential victim. And it also fulfills the moral obligation of a school that need to punish every single student that already committed a fault in their own schools. And expelling the students will be the most optimal solution here, since its quick process also ensures that the victim will not get any contact with the bully as fast as possible, with the purpose to keep protecting the victim itself. And moving on into our rebuttal, we assume that the opposition said that expelling the bully that still has intention to keep studying in other schools, and if we expel them, their future will be ruined because no school will accept such a student with bad characters. We like to say that this is not true, because the bullies can still use the time gap or the time frame when they're expelled to improve themselves, whether it is from homeschooling or through some programs that has character building programs like an anti-bullying groups, so that this character improvement are not limited to homeschooling itself. It can be through other methods like we already mentioned before, or even from the school itself. So even if the expelling students will make their study process even worse or even slower, we essentially give them time to improve themselves, to improve their characters, so that they can still have a future for themselves. We believe that bullies should feel a regret more in bullying their victim, as the pain they cause are almost irreversible most of the time, and because of this, they should be punished accordingly in order to bring justice for the victim and to fulfill the school moral obligations.